In this video, I'm going to take you through a demonstration of how to create a view in Caspio. If you go and look at the Caspio online help section on views, you'll be able to see or read what a view is. Now, basically, a view is a virtual table, and by virtual table, I mean it pulls information from existing tables. You can pull it from a single table, or it can pull it from multiple tables that have a relationship between them. The reason why you'd want to use a view is it allows you to view a subset of records. For example, if you have 100 records in a table and you only want to view 20 or 40, or you want to filter that table based on a certain criteria, you would use a view for this. Now, I have made a table called contacts just for this demonstration, and my contacts table has a long list of records. What I want to do in this contacts from this contacts table is I want to be able to view all the sales managers in these contacts. Now, I can do that with a table. I can go through and I can look for each sales manager record that's here. I can as well sort this table by title and then find the section that has all the sales managers. However, it's a bit cumbersome, it takes time. What I would rather do is I would rather create a view that's only going to show me the sales managers in a virtual table. Now, the first step to creating a view is obviously to go to the views section. When we're in this section, what we want to do is we want to create a new view. I'm going to click on New View up at the top here, and it's going to take me to this screen very similar to the screens you would see when you're creating forms or tables. The first thing it's asking me to do is to give my view a name. I'm going to call my view Sales Managers. I'm going to use the contacts table in my application. So that's where I'm pulling my data from. I'm going to go to the next screen, which now asks me to add the fields to this view. Now, you'll notice that all of the fields are bold at the moment, which means they're all going to be included. Now, it's not for this view, I don't need to view every single field of the table's records. I only want to view certain ones. So I'm going to start off by excluding all fields. You'll notice they're not bold anymore. And then I'm going to go to each one that I want to include, and I'm going to click Include Field in View. Now, I'm only going to view the first name, last name, the email address, and for this demonstration, let's also include the title field so that we can confirm that our view is only showing us sales managers. Okay, I've got four fields here. The last thing I want to do in this view is I need to set the criteria that is going to be used to filter the results from the contacts table. If I go to the criteria tab up over here, I want to drag this logical element across into my AND box over here. Now, I want to filter the contacts table based on the title field. I only want to include titles that are equal to, and the value that I want to compare it against is Sales Manager. Okay, so if my title field is equal to Sales Manager, show that record in this view. I click Finish. And now I've got my view here. If we open up this view, you will see that it's only going to be showing me the records from the contacts table that have a title of Sales Manager. We can confirm that by seeing over here the title field. Now, some things to bear in mind about views is that they are virtual tables. They don't hold information. However, if you edit, delete, or a record in this view, that is going to be saved. It's going to affect the record in the table itself. So let's take, for example, Hadley Whitaker. We're going to change his title from Sales Manager to CTO. Okay, two things are going to happen now. The first thing that's going to happen is when I click refresh, Hadley is not going to be included in this view anymore because his title is now CTO. The second thing that happened, we'll go and have a look now, is that it's changed his title in the in the contacts table as well. So if we go to the contacts table, and we look for Hadley Whitaker, we're okay, Hadley Whitaker, his title is now CTO. Alright, then the other warning that I want to give you is, even though, because a view is pulls information from another table, if you delete Eric Maddock from this view, it's going to delete his record from the table itself. So bear that in mind when you're working with views, that changes and deleting records will affect the table itself. Okay, so that was a very simple example of how you can use a view to filter data.